live. You already know what it is. The one, the only Mr. Say It Ain't So. L Selectors in the building tonight. So I'm not even gonna hold you guys. We're not gonna keep too long, you know what I mean? I know the game ended several hours ago. Caught up in some stuff, so I wasn't able to do a post game reaction. Been under the weather, but you already know it's that time of the year, so it's getting chilly out here. But at the same time though, we're gonna get right into it. Raptors did have a game. We played a game tonight. We actually played the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight. So it's all my Raptor fans out there, honestly. But unfortunately, we didn't get the win. It's a hard fought battle, but we didn't come out victorious. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Cleveland was able to get the victory, 105 to 102. They beat us. They beat us in a pretty good game. I thought personally, I thought it was a good game. There was back and forths, you know what I mean? But real talks, that's a good question. That's a real good question, Liam O'Reilly, bro. Can this team pick a direction? I tell the guys all the time, it's two steps forward, several steps back. Two steps forward. Tonight it's two step forward. Now it's one step back. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, if we won this game, it would have been good for us. You see what I'm saying? Because you know what I mean. We have to we lost. I mean, we're currently still 11th in the seeding. It's like we can't shake off that 11th seed for whatever reason. And it's like, we should have won this game. Player of the game tonight for the Raptors was Jakob Poeltl, 18 and 13 tonight. You know what I mean? Two assists, two steals. But still, we end up losing the game, which sucks because I believe we deserve this. We deserve this game, but man, OG Anunoby 11 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist. Dennis Schroeder 15 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. Barnes 15, 8 and 3. Pascal 18, 8 and 6. Gary 13, 1 and 1 steal. And Malachi 3, 4. Precious 4 and 2. Boucher 4 and 5 and 4. 5 points, 4 rebounds. So it's kind of like, we're still a team we have a lot of work to be. Honestly, we're not doing a good job closing out teams. You know what I mean? Um, honestly, they haven't been able to close out teams. They haven't been able to beat teams, and it's kind of like I don't know. We beat teams, but it's like we can't close out games. So it's like we're up and then we're losing. We're up and then we're losing. It's just like honestly, man. It's just like there's a lot I want to say, but I don't really have a lot of time. So I'm just gonna get to the nitty gritty. Like the Raptors lost tonight. This is a test for us. We're still on the 11th seed. We need to figure out a way how to climb up that chart because we're just hovering at this point. And it looks like teams aren't really declining. It seems like teams are pretty stagnant where they are. And it's just like if we don't be careful, we can be play catch up. We need to get on a hot streak. Like I said before, the only way we could climb up the standings and very impressively is we have to go on like a tear. We have to go on like a 10, 11 game winning streak. We have to, or even a 7, 8 game winning streak would do us justice. We need somewhere around that. We need more than a 5 game winning streak for us to kind of go up. With like even 5 games would be pretty good because we'd still climb up. We need somewhere between 5 game winning streak, or we need at least like 11 game winning streak. We need to start going on a tear between 5 to 11. That would be able to give us that ammo and that ignition, you know what I mean, the opportunity to climb up in the standings. And it's kind of like Liam said, like we don't have no, we're here, we're there, we're here, we're there. We're not really anywhere. Like to be honest with you, we're not anywhere. We're kind of a team that's kind of like in no man's land. Like we're like kind of like we haven't defined ourselves yet. We don't know what our identity is, and that's the biggest problem with the Toronto Raptors right now. We don't have an identity, and I still think we need to obtain that identity in order for us to be able to go out there and like be able to beat some of these teams and be able to like just kind of get what we need to get done. And it's like we haven't been able to do that yet. So it's kind of like the only way we'll be able to do that is we have to get on these winning streaks. Teams like Cleveland, we have to beat because if we can't beat these teams now, let's be real, we're gonna be freaking playing in the play-in tournament again, and then get eliminated like in the first game, and that's the end. That's all she wrote. And then we're gonna be basically Get ready for the draft. I'm not really too fond of that. I don't think that's the idea. There was some good things I seen tonight, some good rebounding as far as like, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I still don't think we were able to crash the glass at the rate we should have. And I think that's one of our biggest things. Like Yakov got 4 rebounds, OG got 5 offensive rebounds, and then it was like Yakov got 9 defensive rebounds. But then it was like Barnes got 7 off defensive rebounds and 1. And then it was like Pascal was 4 and 4, 4 offensive, 4 defensive. And it's just like, you know what I mean? Gary got 1 defensive, and Malachi got 4 defensive and 2 defenses from Precious and 2 from Boucher. So it's like we're not crashing the glass at the rate we can. Look, 4 or 5. It's like the reality is it's like what? It's about like 20 rebounds, offensive rebounds we got for the whole team tonight, which is trash. We should have had at least we should have had a lot more. You know what I mean? Like we should have had a lot more. Like we gotta be able to get at least like I'm saying in the range of 40 offensive rebounds. We gotta hit the glass. We gotta crash the glass heavily. Like we gotta double that statured up. We gotta get double that, or at least that and a quarter of that. Like just something around that. Maybe between 35 to 40 rebounds a game. That would be ideal from in my eyes at least for the team. Offensive rebounds, and then defensive we have to crash. We don't crash the glass. We don't crash it as frequent as we should, and it shows tonight. You know what I mean? So that's why we lost the game, and it is what it is. Like, what's next for us? Jeez, good question. I mean, we got that Brooklyn Nets game. That's what's coming up next. You know what I mean? We got the Brooklyn Nets play-in tournament game that we have to get ready for. And it's just like Brooklyn Nets is like, bro, they're climbing up on us too. We're virtually like what? Brooklyn is like what? You know? As first Brooklyn is like that's what's coming up next, and it's just like, man, I don't know. We have a ways to go, man. Honestly, we have ways. Brooklyn's even 10th. Brooklyn's ahead of us. So, it's just like we have them actually we have them on Tuesday night in Brooklyn. You see what I'm saying? So it's like we gotta play them in Brooklyn. And it's just like, man, I don't know. Then we got the Suns after that on Wednesday. So we got them on Tuesday night, and then we got the Suns on Wednesday. So we got back to backs. And then we got New York on Friday. And then we got double headers with New York on Monday as well. So we got the Knicks several times in a row, and then it's just like we got the December game versus the Hawks, and then we got a jam-packed December. Our December is going to be very, very busy. Like we have. I'm counting on December alone. We have roughly about 11 games in December. So it's like we have a busy schedule December. We're going to be playing virtually like several games throughout the month of December, and it's just like if we gotta at least. We can't be we can't win like 5 games we have to win like in December we have to win like 8 games, 9 games, like for us to move up the standings. We have some because the month of December, that's where it gets tough for us. This is where we have our West Coast. We gonna head over there because after we play January 1st on New Year's Day in Toronto, and then after that it's like, bro, we go on this long ass West Coast swing. You know what I mean? We'll be in the West Coast right until like the virtually we don't come back until the middle of the month. So we're gonna be playing like it's gonna be like 6 West Coast games. And then it's just like, bro, by then it's just like once yo, if we don't get a winning streak up and running, bro, we're doomed because once we hit All-Star break and it's like if there's nothing really going on, that's when everything starts to shift because February's gonna come, the All-Star break hits, and then after that it's just like, what do we do from there? You get where I'm coming from? So we have to really, really figure this out, man. Honestly, I'm not gonna hold you guys. I'm not gonna stay long on here, so I'm gonna wrap this stream up. The keys to being the Brooklyn Nets is we have to play defense. We have to get on them. We got to play hard. We got to be able to execute what we need to execute, and we got to be able to go put up points on the glass and then points in the net. And we got to hit the glass. We got to get the offensive rebounds and the defensive rebounds. Get to the free throw line. That's how we're gonna beat them. If we're not gonna beat them with the style we're playing right now, you know what I mean? Because they're right now ahead of us in the standings, and it's like we're not moving at the rate we should be moving. We're like literally 11th. We haven't moved up yet. So this has to change. Hopefully, it does change very soon. We'll be back live. I promise you guys, I will do it an instant live right after the game is done, so we could talk longer and we can have real conversations. So I'm signing out. See you guys on Tuesday. Adios. Peace.